Welcome to New Rose Glow. I'm coming to you today with a hair review. Last year I was contacted by the wonderful Nora Alicia and asked if I would select a hair item from her website to review. I selected this 20-inch Brazilian Afro Kinky hair, and it's been a little over 6 months, so I feel very confident that I can give you a full review. If you'd like to know more about how I install this hair, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I put these tracks in. I compiled a list of common questions people ask before they buy hair extensions. And before I dive into the answers, I just want to tell you I love hair extensions. I love wigs, I love weaves, I love tracks. I love anything that's going to make my hair more versatile and more beautiful and glamorous without actually putting any wear and tear on my hair strands. So I just want to get that out of the way so you know how much I enjoy this topic. My 3 bundles came in this beautiful gold drawstring bag. This is 100 grams of hair, 3.5 ounces. It's very long tracks. The most common question is, how long is this hair gonna last? So I have purchased some hair before. I think the most expensive hair I've ever purchased was about $360 something, and it only lasted a month. I was really upset. This hair I've had in my head for a little over 6 months, and by in my head I mean I have slept in it, I have gone out in it, I have done light co-washes in it. I do take it out when I do a major wash, so a shampoo I will take the clips out and then do a major wash and then put the clips back in and twist it again, and if I want a different hairstyle I'll let it out. But for the most part I have had this in my head for a little over 6 months and it still looks really nice. When it comes to the feel of the hair, I would say it's very soft. When you first get your pack is when it's going to be the absolute softest. It's like touching a little baby. But when you have it for 6 months, it still feels fairly soft. I've had hair before where after 1 month, as I said before, it gets crunchy and hard and you don't want to touch it, and that's really unfortunate. But this hair is really good quality and it still feels very soft. Shedding is something you have to worry about whenever you buy loosely sewn tracks. It can even show bald spots if it gets really thin in areas. But these tracks are double machine sewn, so you're not going to see a lot of shedding. When I first got them, I took my bundle and I ran my fingers through it and I didn't see any hairs come out. And then when I washed it and brushed it, then a few hairs came out. It could have been from me being a little rough. But it was still very minimal, so I would say shedding is very low. I've had this for a little over 6 months, and in the entire time I've had maybe like that much hair come out. It's so minimal. Flyaways happen when you have a long strand and then short strands that just pop up beside it, and it makes it look really messy. This hair did not have any flyaways when I got the bundle, so that's not something you need to worry about. Many hair manufacturers have the issue of oddly colored strands being put in the bundles they don't belong in. I was really glad to see that there were no gray hairs or red hairs or green hairs or odd color hairs in the bundles, because if they were in there I'd have to pick them out one at a time, and that's just really time consuming. So it's not something that I had to worry about with these bundles, and I'm really glad about that. This hair smells really good. It actually smells like a soft conditioner. So it smells like you just got your hair shampooed. If you've ever gotten hair before where it smells like plastic bag or this real nickely factory smell, it's just awful, and you can wash it over and over and that smell will not come out. So when you buy hair, you really need to make sure that the smell that it is when you first get it is a smell that you enjoy. And I'm really glad that this had a very soft smell to it. If you're purchasing curly hair, it's really difficult not to also have frizzy hair. This hair, I'll say, holds up for about 4 days before I start seeing the strands slowly separating. If you really want to control any kind of frizz, you can use a flaxseed gel or an eco styler gel or whatever kind of holding product that you enjoy. This is Fresh Twist, and you can see this is frizz level right here. So for me, I don't think it's frizzy. You can see my natural hair coming through here, and I don't have any products in my hair at all. So this is the level that you're going to get. I think it's a very natural separating of the curls. Tangling and matting is the devil. I hate it. I absolutely hate when I spend money on really good quality hair and then in 2 weeks it is just like a rat's nest. It's a mess and I have to keep brushing it in between like sessions. If I'm going out with people, I have to go to the bathroom, excuse myself, and brush my hair. That's so frustrating, and especially if you put your hard-earned money towards something you think is quality and it turns out to be really, really high maintenance. This has been fairly low maintenance. I haven't had brush sessions, and honestly that was a concern of mine. I saw that it was human hair and that it was really curly, and I thought, okay, well, after a few weeks, after a month, maybe even up to 2 months, I'm going to be brushing it like crazy. It's going to be matted, it's going to knot up. And I didn't have those issues. I do take care of this hair very similar to the way I take care of straight hair when I've had straight extensions. And I still feel like this hair is less prone to matting and tangling than the straight hair that I've had in the past. I took a side-by-side video so that you could see that the hair that I got 6 months ago is exactly the same color as it is right now. There was no fading at all, not even on the tips. Shipping took 4 days, so less than a week to get to me. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, USA, so you can take that into consideration with wherever you live. This hair is a really good price. Now, I personally didn't have to pay for it because it was a gift, but I have spent much more money on hair that was a lower quality and I didn't get as much, so I'm really excited to see how much you get for the price. If you are interested in purchasing hair like this, I have a discount code listed in the comment section where you can get an even stronger deal than you would have just going straight to the website. I am not an affiliate salesperson, so I will not be getting a percentage of it. This is just a pure review, but I would like to extend that offer to you since the wonderful Nora sent me the codes. Now, I am not a hair expert, but I will tell you that this hair curl, to me, seems like a 4B, and my hair curl pattern is a 4D. It is the curliest hair pattern you can have. I have very, very tight curls. The way I make this hair integrate with my hair and look seamless is twisting it. So I have these twists here, and I'll give you an example. Like this, my hair stops right about here, and the hair continues to go. And when I want to go out, I just untwist it. Here we go. Very easily. And I get this curly fry kind of look. And a lot of these end up looking really cute. I give Dream Babe Beauty Tools 2 thumbs up. I would absolutely purchase hair from them, and I encourage you to look at their website. They have wigs and lace fronts and eyelashes and all sorts of other beauty products on their site, so go ahead and check them out. They also have a 30-day money-back guarantee on hair, so it's not a huge risk for you to try out some hair, see how you like it. I know you'll fall in love with it as much as I have. Okay, warning. I'm about to show you my hair before it looks like this. I'm going to show you when I'm at my halfway point. It is going to be a little bit alarming. Seriously, don't laugh at me. Just brace yourself. Roll the clip. I want to show you how I take my hair that's at the top and turn it into the hair that's at the bottom. This hair tutorial is going to be really quick. I just want to show you some techniques that help me get my hair to this style. If you're going to turn your bundles into clip-in extensions like I did, you either have to go to a beauty supply store or go online and buy the clips. The first thing I use is a detangling brush. Now, I saw this brush on Facebook and I thought it was so cool. It's supposed to separate and not yank your hair whenever you use it. Another thing I'm going to use, which is a little unconventional, is a chopstick. So you can use a rat tail comb if you don't have a chopstick, but I really love how soft the tip is, and I use this for separating my hair. I also use a water bottle with a spray on it. If you have a big spray bottle or a small one, it doesn't really matter the size, as long as you're able to refill it and keep your hair hydrated. And I also use a scrunchie. So this is just gonna tie my hair back whenever I'm not using a section. And lastly, you're gonna need hair. Actual extensions you're gonna put in your hair. Now, I've already prepped these extensions because I put clips on them. You can see that. I sewed these clips on. What I did was measure the track to my head, and then I cut it, and then I started sewing those clips on. And you can do that with your tracks as well. What you want to do is figure out what hairstyle that you want to have and then cut your tracks to that style. And I tend to wear one hairstyle whenever I have my hair out like this, so it's fine for me to cut it. If you're afraid that you might want to change up your hairstyle, then I would make shorter tracks so that you can have more variety with the way you place it. The first thing I do is decide where I want my tracks to be. Because the back of my head is a little difficult to show you with like pulling my hair up and all that, I'm going to show you me doing it in the front. So I like to start with where I want my part to be when I'm working in the front. So I'm going to figure out, I like my part right here. It's like my eyebrow and straight back. That's where I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and use my handy dandy chopstick. You could use a rat tail comb, but I prefer the softness of the chopstick. And separate the hair in exactly the way I like my part. Okay, right there. The next thing I like to do is pull all the hair away in the sections it should be in, just like with my fingers, and then decide where I want my bang to stop. And I like to stop at the very edge of the last eyebrow, so right around here. And I'll make my part. And then I will take the section that I want it to end at right here and bring it all the way over to this section in the beginning. And this will be my section for the bang. Now I do have a rather large bang if you look at how deep my bang goes, but it's because I have a really large forehead and I like to have a lot of hair to cover my forehead. This is how deep it is. What I do next is take the scrunchie and pull the rest of the hair back. Now I'm left with this section. I already have a section of track that's around that size because I've pre-measured it. Because I always do the same hairstyle, my track is always the same size, my bang section is always the same size, it just makes it so much easier. I can work so much faster when I am using the same exact measurements. So I'm going to use this track. It's got 3 clips in it. And I'm going to section my hair off with a thin part at the front. Now the reason I have hair out at the front is because if the wind ever catches my bang and flips it up, I don't want you to see these clips at the bottom. So I'm going to leave a little bit of hair out at the front. See that? Just a thin amount. That's how thin that is. Let me even it up a bit. Okay, so we've got this big section and then this section right here. And I'm going to go ahead and put a track on there. So what I do is pop the teeth open and then pull this down and lay it right in place and snap it on. There we go. So now I need to pull this hair right over it. And it looks like it's not going to blend, right? So if you leave your hair like this, and my hair is blow dried out, the texture doesn't match, the actual pattern of curl doesn't match. It's really important to integrate it. As you'll see on these, I've twisted them. But if you twist it dry like this, it won't come out nicely. What you want to do is take water, like this, and drench your hair. Get it until it's like nearly dripping wet. Get both sides, get the extensions. I like to massage it in a little bit by rubbing it down the strands. Really wet. Okay, so it is just about to be dripping wet. Okay, so now that my hair looks like this, I'm going to take small sections of it and twist it together. So I'm going to start at the top, go straight down so that I get even amounts of top and bottom, because you do want to get the hair at the bottom too. Make sure that's pulled up. Massage it together, and then separate it evenly in half and tightly twist it. So it looks like this. You can still see where my hair ends, which is right about here, and where the extension continues. But when it dries, I tell you, it's going to look much more integrated. Let me finish the rest of this. this is what my hair looks like when these twists are undone. If you enjoy watching videos like this, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe. And I can't wait to see you again in the next video. Bye!